We are back on Countdown to Kickoff. Thanks for staying with us as we continue our look at all 52 of the Rio Grande Valley's high school football varsity programs. And right now we're looking at District 32-6A. 5 playoff teams return in this new 8-team district. That realignment definitely made one of the toughest in the area. Let's take a look.
District 32-6A.
He knows that we can pitch to the playoffs this year, and I like that. I like that a lot.
The he in this case is new Eagles coach Mark Guess, back on the field after 4 years serving as athletic director for Brownsville ISD. Guess back doing what he loves, coaching, and the energy is infectious.
It's exhilarating, no doubt about it. You know, being able to come out and work with these kids on a day-to-day basis, there's just nothing like it. It's truly what I love to do.
State, that's it. State. That's it. That's all we talk about. We just think about how we're going to go to state and how we're going to do this, and you know, that's all our mindset is just set on state. That's all we want to do.
There are no higher expectations for the 2016 Cardinals than the ones that Harlingen has for themselves, and why not? With 3-year starters all over the defense and a new passing game designed to give running back Leo Tienda more room to run, the sky is the limit.
It's a lot of fun now. I mean, as much fun as it is winning a lot because Leo can run 5-6 touchdowns a game, it's nice to know that we can rely on our receivers too, and that they'll produce when they need to.
We got to get numbers up. You know, we struggled with numbers in the last couple of years. So I'm very excited about the number of kids that are playing right now.
There is excitement surrounding the Hawks program these days, much of it generated by the arrival of Brian Ritchie as head coach. But it's the everyday attention to detail by the former George Ranch OC that will lead to lasting change and success at South.
He came here having some shoes to fill, and he's done a great job so far. And that changes is doing well for the team.
A lot of change. I love the guy. He's cool, he's calm, collected, and he knows how to run an offense.
Our defense is big, they're physical, they really punish guys, and to be honest with you, they're kind of fun to watch. And I'm excited to see them versus someone else besides our kids.
The consensus at Los Fresnos is that the Falcons' defense will be stout. It will need to be in 32-6A. Offensively, new coach Patrick Brown has made his top athlete his quarterback, with Mark Mata calling signals and breaking plays.
Well, you have to keep blocking. You never know when if it's a throw, he's probably going to run it. You never know. You have to keep your block, stay on your feet quick. He's everywhere.
I went through the 3-round deep and the 0-10. So I want the young guys to feel what I felt.
As a 3-year starter, Raiders fullback Joel Guzman has seen the highs and the lows of Rivera football and is ready to take the silver and black attack back to the top. Coach Tom Chavez says that while the O-line is young, they are among the best he's ever had at Rivera and should open holes for the running game.
We need to come together as one, and that's our theme, man, as one. We all play together, we all work together, we win together, we lose together.
The kids, you know, grow up here in the valley, so they understand what's at stake, and they understand the schedule they're about to get into.
What the Greyhounds are getting into is arguably the toughest schedule in the valley. 7 games against playoff teams from last year, 5 against by-district champions, 2 against third-round teams from 2015. But with over 200 players competing, depth at least will not be a problem.
There's a lot of competition. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of competition, but I mean, it's like they say, you know, the 11 on the field are the ones that want it the most. You know, you got to make sure that you want it bad and get after it.
You lose 44 seniors, you got a lot of holes to fill. I don't care how many district titles you won in 7th grade. That doesn't make it any different. That doesn't count on my resume. You got to do it now.
Coach Tony V outlines the story of the 2016 Weslaco Panthers, a team primed and ready for greatness that will be tested like they've never been tested before. While the offense gets up to speed, an experienced Purple People Eater defense will carry the weight.
A lot of our guys are coming back, and there's a lot of experience, a lot of chemistry on the defensive side, and we're really excited to show out this year.
I'm going to have a pretty big role this year. They're going to put me in like a lot of spots. I got to be conditioned to play them and fill in the shoes that I have to fill.
The cleats C.J. Vargas is being asked to fill are those of last year's Wildcat star Ciro Rojas. In other words, run, catch, and return for all the yards East will need to compete in 32-6A, a.k.a. the group of death.
Anybody in this district can make the playoffs, so, you know, it's going to make coaches not sleep very good at night, but at the same time, you know, it's a challenge that, you know, we're going to step forward, and, you know, we've always done it here at Weslaco East, and we're going to try to meet it head on.
District 32 6A.
There you have it, District 32 6A. We said it's tough, and even the new coaches are tough in this district. Mark Guess, former Brownsville Veterans and West Oso coach, now at Hanna. Former George Ranch state champion offensive coordinator Brian Ritchie, now at Harlingen South. And former San Antonio coach Patrick Brown, now at Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos made the playoffs last year, and they still made a coaching switch. Joe, what do you see in this district?
I see blockbuster games every night. I see two teams that aren't going to make the playoffs that very well could go in the first round of the playoffs and beat the two teams coming from the other district. That's how good this district is going to be.
It definitely is. When you talk about guys who might be your district MVP, Leo Tienda, of course, the returning 6A top rusher for the Rio Grande Valley from Harlingen, has to be considered. When you think about the teams that are going outside the valley to test themselves, San Benito taking on East Central and Laredo United, Harlingen taking on United South and Reagan, Weslaco taking on the state champs George Ranch. They're all getting good games early, Joe, but who will be there late? Who will make the playoffs?
Well, I'm going to save the best for last when I talk about this district, but I think San Benito is going to get in. And again, it's going to be a war of wars in this district. If San Benito gets in, and I'm not leaving out the Weslaco schools. Weslaco East and Weslaco both make it in. That means Los Fresnos, you don't make it in because, folks, if they're healthy, Harlingen very well could have the best team they've ever had.
Wow, best team they've ever had, and that includes going 4 deep just a few years ago. I have also got Harlingen, Weslaco, Weslaco East, and San Benito making the playoffs, with Los Fresnos once again as my dark horse. The Falcons replacing a lot of skill positions this year. So that is our look at District 32 6A. We are coming right back on Countdown to Kickoff. When we come back, it's District 32 5A. Some star power this time around. It's all when we come back.